Today, we're getting a rare peek inside a private community of AI experts. We're going to lift the hood on the 5 critical debates they're having right now. You know, the conversations that are quietly shaping all of our futures.
Because here's the thing, beyond all the public hype and the flashy demos, the real discussions are about something much, much deeper. We're talking strategy, massive financial risk, and really, the very soul of what AI is becoming. So, let's get into it. So, here's our game plan. We're going to walk through 5 key debates. We'll kick things off with the global power struggle, then dive into AI's identity crisis, follow the money, see what developers are actually building, and then we'll tie it all together at the end.
Okay, first up, the big picture. You have to understand that the race for AI dominance isn't just about who has the slickest algorithm. No way. It's a massive, high-stakes geopolitical chess game being played out across the entire globe.
In this quote, man, it just perfectly nails Europe's big challenge. The continent is an absolute powerhouse when it comes to academic research, but it's always struggled to turn those brilliant papers into world-beating tech giants. And that's exactly why there's so much buzz around new investment platforms that are trying to build that exact bridge, from the research lab to the global market.
And right here, you can see the 2 completely different playbooks. On one side, you've got the US model, totally fueled by Silicon Valley. It's all about risk, speed, and consumer apps. But Europe, it sees its opening somewhere else entirely, leveraging its deep industrial and scientific roots to lead in what they're calling AI for science, using AI to crack fundamental problems in biology, energy, and materials.
And of course, you can't talk geopolitics without bringing up the US and China. The consensus among these experts is pretty clear. While the US is still winning on pure innovation speed, China is playing a much longer game. Its ability to integrate manufacturing and infrastructure is a serious strategic threat, and it's leading to these really deep concerns that the US could win a few tech battles but actually lose the overall economic war. Now, this global competition plugs right into our second big conversation, a fundamental shift in what AI even is. Seriously, it's going through a full-blown identity crisis, moving from a field of engineering to a tool for pure scientific discovery. So what exactly is AI for science? Well, forget just building another chatbot. This is about using these incredibly powerful models to do things like discover brand new medicines, design novel materials from scratch, or maybe even uncover new laws of physics. It's about discovery, not just another application. You can really think of this as 2 distinct eras. The first wave, the engineering era, was all about that move fast and build things culture. It's what gave us all the apps we use today. But this emerging science era, it's a different beast. Think of DeepMind's AlphaFold, which literally predicted protein structures. That's a Nobel Prize-worthy scientific breakthrough that was just impossible for humans to do alone. This new era demands deep scientific expertise, not just killer coding chops. And here's the real twist. This shift could actually level the playing field. That whole move fast and build things culture that made Silicon Valley so dominant, it might actually be a disadvantage in this new scientific era. And that could create a massive opening for other regions, like Europe, to really take the lead. All right, let's follow the money, because there is an insane amount of it flooding into AI right now. And that brings us to the third major debate. Are we in a massive, dangerous bubble that's about to pop, or is this just the necessary price of admission for a technological revolution? This is the multi-trillion-dollar question, isn't it? There's this huge tension between the hype we all see and what many insiders view as a truly historic capital expenditure cycle. You know, kind of like the build-out of the railroads or the internet itself. So check this out for some fascinating historical context. At its peak, NVIDIA's entire value is just over 0.5% of the whole US economy. But get this, during the railroad boom, a single railroad company accounted for 1.5%. So, is the AI investment huge? Oh, absolutely. But historically unprecedented? Maybe not. But make no mistake, the risks are very, very real. Experts are getting nervous about these complex financial webs between giants like OpenAI and Oracle. They're worried about something called bilateral contagion. It's basically a domino effect, where if one company fails to meet its massive cloud computing bills, it could pull the other one down with it. Now, add in the fact that most users aren't paying for these services, and you've got a giant question mark hanging over the whole industry's financial future. Okay, so we've covered geopolitics, science, and finance. Let's get practical for a minute. What are these experts actually excited about and using day to day? Well, this brings us to this really cool concept called vibe coding. Vibe coding is all about one thing: speed. It's using AI to just instantly spin up a functional app or a user interface. We're not talking about a final bulletproof product, but a rapid prototype. It's about getting an idea from your brain into a usable form in minutes, not weeks.
And this quote just nails the current state of play. Everyone gets it. This quick and dirty vibe code isn't ready for your company's most critical systems. But it also captures this incredible optimism, right? This idea that as powerful as these tools are now, this is the worst they're ever going to be.
And look, this isn't just theory. The community is buzzing about specific tools that are changing how people work right now. For making presentations, you've got tools like Gamma. For video, people are all over Runway ML and HeyGen. The consensus is crystal clear. The dream of fully autonomous agents doing all our work for us is still mostly hype. But the reality of AI as a massive productivity booster for you and me, that's already here.
So, we have covered a ton of ground. Let's pull all of these threads together and really lock in on the key takeaways from these INSEAD conversations.
So when you put it all together, what does it all mean? It means the future of AI isn't going to be about one single breakthrough. No, it's being forged in this dynamic, sometimes messy interplay of all these forces at once. You've got a geopolitical tug-of-war, scientific ambition, financial reality, and the practical tools that developers are using today, all shaping it at the same time.
And honestly, it's that complex interplay that makes this moment so incredibly critical and so wildly unpredictable.
The future is being written in these conversations, right now as we speak. So the only real question left is, which one of these powerful forces will ultimately be the one that defines our world?